Hello and welcome back. Today I am going to do another map video, and I wanted to go to Mexico or Mexico. So I'm over the east coast of Mexico here on my Google Maps. And yeah, I thought I'd start in the east and probably move south or west. We'll see where the map takes us. So, I have been to Mexico before. Oh, interesting. I'm getting weather updates for southern Texas. I was having some trouble with Google Maps. I tried to do a video on Wales and it kept sending me back home and showing my home address, and that wasn't great, and I don't live in Wales, so it wasn't very helpful either. Okay, so here we are in the far northeastern part of the border. Boca Chica State Park, Boca Chica Beach. This area looks interesting from above. It looks like all these inlets, and this is the Rio Grande, so I don't know if it's fresh water in here or if it's gonna be like salt water from like overflow on the beaches. I am not like a ocean or beach specialist. This is not my area of expertise, so I don't really know what happens on on the coasts. I am an inland person. Let's see what Boca Chica Beach looks like. We've got Faro, Baghdad. So it looks like there are oil wells out there. That's what those are, right? For oil. So it looks like a pretty industrial place. But people are fishing. Okay. Don't see any like towns. There's a little settlement, but it doesn't look very big. The SpaceX Launch Control Center. I've heard some interesting stuff about this area. Oh, we somehow got north of the border. This is where we were. Alright, see, yeah, Google is trying to drag me back to America. I don't know why it doesn't want me to visit other places, but we can argue it out. The Black Sea, Mar Negro, Playa Costa Azul. I was wondering, zoomed out, these areas, maybe because we're so zoomed out, they didn't look very settled to me, but there are obviously these big beaches, and they look like sandy beaches, which is what everyone likes. But here, I guess, we've got, what do you think these are? They're not going to get any clearer. They don't look like houses, they look like maybe, like cabanas on the beach or something. Because here we have, I don't know, restaurants and maybe hotels. Hard to say. Oh yeah, see here, those look like those little like palm cabanas. Got lots of takeout restaurants. Los Delfines. Cocteleria Playa Bonita. Cocteleria for cocktails on the beautiful beach. Hotel La Playa. So this just looks like a resort town. Abarrotes. Because I don't see much of like a town, schools and things. Oh, this could be a town here. Punto y Astas y Abarrotes. R-E-R. I haven't tried to speak Spanish in ages. I had a coworker who was from Mexico, and she was teaching me some what I called Español del lab, Spanish of the lab, but that was about it. I don't know about you, but it's like a hot day here, but the weather's kind of murky, sort of muggy and humid, and maybe there's going to be a thunderstorm, so it's not like a nice day to be out. But a beach, I'm always down for a beach. What do you suppose this is? This is an interesting series of buildings. The end of a road. Always interested in where the roads end. We zoom out. We get this really interesting body of water. A lagoon, right? Aren't lagoons generally next to beaches? But this whole area looks, oh, it's so murky. It's like, I wonder if it's silty or muddy or sandy. Looks really cool. Like, okay, I don't know anything about rocks or crystals, but it reminds me of some of the ones I've seen. It's just with all these, like, veins, basically. I know it's a river. It's very pretty. Here, there's Rancho Santa Isabel, so a ranch, I guess. So maybe some of this green is actually foliage and plants, and okay, so that's a road. I find it funny, it doesn't take zooming out very far for me to completely lose understanding of what I'm looking at. It's humbling. The coast, I feel very confident about the coast, right? El Rabón, San Ramón, Santa Isabel, Playa El Mezquital. So here we have the start of a road and a restaurant at the end of it. It still doesn't look like much in the way of buildings or anything. What's this? Oh. Oh, I see. We're on an archipelago. Are we? Or is it just like there's Laguna Madre y Delta del Rio Bravo? Okay, it's just like a really big lagoon. And there's this little edge of land between the lagoon and the sea. Huh. But it looks like all the people live inland. So let's go inland. What's this blue thing? Let's find a city. I know there are cities in Mexico. I've been to them. Been to Mexico, I think, 3 times. I'd love to go back. I'd love to see more of it. Oh, see, here we have farms. That would indicate to me we've got people. This looks like a town. The Rio San Fernando. We can buy tamales. My 3 trips to Mexico have been not random, but they weren't exactly to see, the whole country. I went to Juarez before it was Super recommended not to go to Juarez. And so I've been to Juarez twice, which is a border town near Texas. We drove there from Texas. And then I went to a touristy town called Tulum. And there are two different kinds of vacations, right? There's the kind where you try to see everything, see the sights, try every new food, and appreciate the culture, hopefully, and, move. And then there are the vacations where you want to lie on a beach and drink some fruit juice and not think, and just relax. I personally really enjoy both kinds of vacations. I think at different times your body and your mind need or want different vacations, so I don't really have judgment either way. When I went to Tulum, we did both, which I thought was nice. So for the first half, we stayed in town and did, we visited lots of historical places and drove around and went, saw stuff. But the second half of the trip, we just got this little room that was right on the beach, and it was low tourism season, so there was practically nobody there, especially because I wake up super early. So I was up with the sun and just sitting on the beach alone. And of course it was the East Coast, so I was watching the sunrise over the ocean, and it was so nice. So maybe we'll find it on this map. I have a general idea where it is, but as soon as I zoom into things, I really lose all sense of where I am. This is a town called La Pesca. We are on the Soto La Marina River. This town doesn't look huge, and I wonder if it is a tourist town, because it is showing me lots of hotels. We've got Hotel y Restaurante America, Hotel Miramar, Hotel Brisas del Mar, Hotel Rivera del Rio, Las Palmitas, Playa Azul, which is weird because it's not even on any of the water. Hotel Blanquita, Blanquita 2, Blanquita el Segundo, Blanquita el Dos, Hotel Nochebuena, it's a good promise. And lots of piers going into the water. Okay, I'm going to zoom out again. Okay, this looks like a city called Tampico. Ciudad Madero. There's an airport. Altama City Center. Oh, I think that's a mall. No, this looks quite large though. I mean, this is a lot of buildings. Do we have any parks? No, Google is gonna struggle here. Gardens, football stadiums. I forget what color tourist stuff is. Got lots of hotels and restaurants near the beach. Plaza Gobernadores. What is this? It looks like it's just a beach. Weird. How about in town though? Campo del Golf, Pemex. Golf course here. Okay, we've got Parque Francisco Villa. Let's see what this is. Okay, just a park. Is it supposed to be on fire? Okay, we got the football field. How about this one? How about the Hipódromo? Basketball courts, a dog, some flowers. How about this church? That looks nice. More parks. Pharmacy. I don't know what this symbol means here. Cementerio Árbol Grande. The cemetery with a big tree. There are no pictures of it. Interesting. Okay. The plaza, the big tree. None of those trees look particularly big to me. I don't know. I feel like if there's a special big tree, well, one, if there's a special big tree, I definitely want to see it. But I think it would have, let's check out this museum. Cultura Huasteca. Got nice stone carvings. Skeleton. I can't tell what these things are that are with the skeleton. There's lots of nice cultural artifacts. Oh, I really like these pots. They're very cool. Símbolos del pensamiento. El pensamiento simbólico está reflejado en esas vasijas, I think, de calidad artística con representaciones del alma del maíz y el caracol recortado, imágenes inseparables de los habitantes de la Huasteca. Okay, if you ask me to translate that, you will be disappointed. But my understanding is they're talking about the symbology of the vases, representations of the soul of corn, I think. I'm pretty sure alma means soul and maíz is corn. But I don't know what caracol recortado means. That's my best guess. If you know what that means, I'd love to hear it. Gift shop. There's another museum here. Museo del Niño. Oh, a children's museum. It's a place for, like, I think it looks like it's for kids. Yeah, jungle gyms and stuff. Those are super fun. I loved kids' museums when I was a kid. Let's see if we can find Central Andalina. Oh, a function room facility, like a venue for weddings, it looks like. I don't know what this means. Astillero de Marina Uno. Oh, astillero means shipyard. So I've got these boats. Big boats. I know almost nothing about boats. do know that seeing a lot of these restaurants, like tamales, for example, is making me a little hungry. I do love Mexican food. Okay, let's zoom out and move south. Punta de Bustos. Los concitos, los puestos, Hispanita. Agua Dulce, that's nice. Colonia de las Flores. Here's another city. Tuxpan de Rodriguez Cano. Tuxpan. There's a big park on the edge of town. A place called Neverpool. People like to make fun of the US for having other city names, like we have a Rome, Georgia. We have a lot of places, but it's nice to see Liverpool in Mexico. Parque Reforma. Oh, it's like a pretty town center. That's cute. I love cute towns. I like seeing towns in use. That's one thing I really liked about living in China, is that every city park was used. They weren't empty. Never encountered an empty park. There were always people. Dancing was really popular among the older crowd, playing chess, practicing calligraphy using water. So they had these big brushes and they would brush their calligraphy across the ground, and then of course it would just dry. Flying kites was a big thing. Mostly dancing, so you'd see older couples doing ballroom dance, but also like a form of line dance was really popular. So I just liked seeing so many people out and about. It seemed really healthy. There were always like this exercise equipment in the parks. I don't know how useful they were, but I think just the sociality of it, and then, seeing different things, getting out, moving, it's good for us. Parks should be used. Mr. Pulpo. Mr. Juice. No, Pulpo is octopus. Mr. Octopus, is that what we're looking at here? Seafood restaurant. Campo de Fútbol La Victoria. Let's see the football park. Of course, I've been saying football. In the US we call it soccer, but I bend to my foreign friends. They both came from the same sport. Parque Ribereño Tuxpan. Oh, those are some pretty pictures. Looks like a really nice river walk, which I love too. I love when places really appreciate the landscape and make it friendly and beautiful for the inhabitants. I think it's good for everyone. looks like we're getting toward a more, here's industrial area. I don't know what this is, but it does look industrial, but then of course we've got the beaches. And this whole place looks flooded, but there is a road here, so maybe that's not flooding, maybe that's tree cover. Oh, I see, yeah, it's tree cover, and here's the water coming in. Interesting. So many rivers. I don't think I realized how many rivers there were. There are not many rivers near me. I guess it makes sense because I'm not on an ocean with rivers going toward the sea, which is what they do. Okay, here's a town called Papana De Olatte. Papantla. This church is in the center. I wonder if it's, it is pretty grand, I would say. It's beautiful, this white church with gold trim. Oh, it's really pretty on the inside with this like cream ceiling and lavender trim and white walls. That is a very beautiful church. And it does look like it's right in the center of town, this steeple. Oh cool, it's got this stone, I want to say it's a dragon, but it could be a snake. Oh, this is cool. So they're doing some sort of performance here. These people, I can't tell if they're men or women, on ropes who are upside down. Like the town square, here's the church, here's that snake that we saw in this little park in the center. Lots of street food and people. This is all very, very cool. I think, and I could be wrong because my knowledge of Mexican history is not fantastic, but I do think that this is gonna be like Aztec culture, right? And this says it's a UNESCO site of historical importance. Oh, this looks like a very cool town. Yes, that statue's in the background of a couple pictures. It looks really big. This is very cool. What a beautiful place. Museo Teodoro Cano. Teodoro Cano, I don't know what that means. Instituto Veracruzano de la Cultura, eso es cultura, it's culture. And that's very cool. Look at this little child. So it's an art museum. I don't know if you can hear my little dog snoring in the background. She's usually very quiet, but on occasion she snores louder than the big dog. I think she has allergies. Now this is just called centro, which means center. And it's just a picture of people. No baseball field. It's funny. This looks like it would be a very cool town to wander through. Parque Ecológico Quihuicolo. So that last word is not Spanish. Oh, it's a theme park. Interesting. Zona Arqueológica El Tajín. Oh, so Pyramid de los Nichos. Let's even get pictures of that. So Zona Arqueológica is going to be an archaeological zone. So some ruins. Yeah, check that out. That's very cool. So we've got pyramids, and I wish it would tell me which culture this was from. Okay, so Google Maps crashed hard, like really hard. I'm not sure where it was. I have to tell you, this iPad is from 2012, I think. It's one of the earliest models. It is no longer supported by Apple whatsoever, and it's on its last legs. It still works, but yeah, I'm not surprised that we're gonna have some crashing issues. But let's check out Mexico City. I've never been. I've had a few friends who are from Mexico City. Oh, let's go to the Museo Frida Kahlo immediately. Which is the first thing I would do in Mexico City probably anyway, so it's got this great green door, and then Museo Frida Kahlo is in, like, on stones, I think. Got this, red blue walls, red entryways. Beautiful tree right here, some beautiful plants. This is very cool, all of this ceramic. Oh, look at all these little jugs on the side. Frida y Diego vivieron en esta casa. So Frida and her husband Diego lived in this house. So I guess this museum is their actual house where they lived from 1929 to 1954. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, it's got this beautiful garden. It looks like this is within the confines of the house. What? Is this the same house? This is fascinating. Are these her clothes? This is so very cool. Look at all these concha shells. Oh my goodness, we've got this wedge heel, this really thick shoelace, bright red boot that has this green embroidered with purple flower and what looks like a yellow dragon, maybe? I can't quite tell if it's a creature or a plant. That is hip. It's just so colorful. I would love to have a house as colorful as this. Okay. Let's go somewhere else. Okay, here's another Diego Rivera Frida Kahlo Museum. What's this? No, different one. There's another, is this for like theme park? What does this little symbol mean? Oh, it's a zoo. golf course in the middle of everything. Very green. What is Cineteca Nacional? ¿Qué significa Cineteca? Oh, it's a movie theater? Like a big theater? Not movie theater, theater. I think. It looks very cool. Maybe it's a movie theater. More museums. Let's look at natural history. It makes sense there would be tons of museums. It is the capital city. Dinosaurs, birds. I don't think the polar bear is native to Mexico. I don't think these bears are either. Interesting. They probably have different areas of the world, but without people like tagging their photographs, it won't be helpful for us doing a little photo tour. Oh, it's 72 degrees right now in Mexico City. That sounds nice. This is the Anthropology Museum, which is really pretty. This is a very cool design. I do love that. I love how museums often have some more, like, I don't know, experimental architecture maybe. Just interesting stuff going on. Oh, the inside's beautiful. Look at these stone walls. Of course, the artifacts. That looks very fun. There's no one in it, but I wonder if children play in it. Oh, these are so cute. I love these faces and the teeth coming out. Oh, that is cool. You can see the people up top. And this looks like a face. Got eyes, a nose. This is like a mouth with teeth. This looks like a really nice museum. Okay, I'll add it to my list for someday when I go to Mexico City. And then maybe I'll be able to get my cultures straight for the various cultures of Mexico. Okay, I think this symbol is for like kids stuff, because this is Six Flags. We had a zoo. This is Kidzania, whatever that means. And this picture, I think, means it's like photogenic, because we've got Trajineras Xochimilco Mágico. I'm not sure what that means, or that I pronounced it right. Trajineras. No, this looks like an amusement park. Or like boats. I'm not sure what's going on. Embarcadero Nuevo Nativitas. Just tourist attraction. Canal tours to floating food and flower stalls. In traditional boats. Okay. Well, that could be fun. Depending on how pretty the canal is. Okay. I can hear the big dog whining a bit in the background. It's starting to rain and he doesn't like it. So I think I'm going to end it here. But if you want to go back to Mexico with me, we didn't get that far into it. We have all of the West Coast and we did not finish the East Coast. So I would love to go back and see more. So let me know